Hi everyone, it's Nick. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, in today's video, we are going to be doing my April 2025 trend update. So this is when I talk about the hottest trends of 2025. I usually do this around April every year and just really dial in on what are the top trends that everybody's talking about. It's a good like trend check-in, you know what I mean? Because we talk about these things in January, and then I just think it's really important to see like what's bubbling up in the world of design as the new trendy hot things. And so that's what we're gonna talk about. I got 5 for you today. Let's get going. First off, we have to talk about my mom's amazing dough art. I'm going to guess figurines that she has on the wall of her kitchen. This woman has her finger on the pulse of hot design. I have said it here now, this is a 3rd year running that she has been featured on this list, and it is not shocking when you go and you actually like see my mom's taste. If you were to ever go to HomeSense with her, let me know if you want to see that video if we went to HomeSense together, because she has an eye for spotting just the most amazing diamonds in the rough, that you've ever seen at HomeSense. She finds that, she takes it home. It doesn't matter that none of the styles work together because that's what she does, because it just comes together beautifully like a gorgeous symphony that you wouldn't think it would all work together, but it does at my mom's house. Okay, these figurines, they're made of dough art, so I think, which is like, I've mentioned dough art before to you guys, and I'm not sure people know, because if you didn't go to a 1996 craft fair, you might not be aware of what dough art is, but it is back with a vengeance. Thank God. I've been counting down the days until it was going to be super hot and trendy again, and I'm so glad it's here because my mom is leading the way. And I love this little cherub. What do we have here? This little girl here who's sitting holding a sign that we don't know what the sign says anymore because that has long since worn off. But that's kind of the point, right? So it's kind of like why there's cobwebs on it as well, or some random ribbon on the side. It makes sense because it's patina. Do you know what I mean? Like, let me teach you a little, let my mom teach you something a little bit about style. You gotta let things wear. You gotta let them wear out, because that's really the point. People pay for this. Like, people pay to have patina. Like, if you buy unlacquered brass, or if you're like leathers that really wear in right over time, that's that gorgeous patina that develops with character. People pay for that. It's like people pay for holes in their jeans. You know what I mean? Like, it matters. It's part of the style. That is the point. My mom is really good at doing that. So you remember 2 years ago, I featured her cow paper towel holder, which you couldn't find anywhere, which I'm assuming is because it was sold out, because it was one of a kind, because I mean, I'm sure, and you couldn't find it on store shelves anymore because clearly it was snatched up. And then last year we had those TV trays that she had. Again, same idea. She doesn't clean them. She lets them go year after year after year after year after year, and they wear in over time. And that's really the point here. Also, I just want you to zoom out to look at this little area. Okay, this is what we call a vignette. And I've talked about vignettes on the channel before, about creating moments and stories within your space. And that's what my mom's done here. So she's got these dolls that are clinging to each other for dear life. And then she's got the girl with the sign that we can't read. But then we've also got, in this Olive Garden motif next to it, what is the story? There's got some bottles of wine, a random teapot, it looks like, some cherries over top of a clock, and a windmill that's on its side. You know what I mean? Like, it's eclectic, it's funky, it's weird, it has personality. And that's really what's missing so often in design. I love this sort of vignette that she's got going on here. All those things work together to tell a story, which is people clinging to each other for dear life and grabbing lots of wine. I think it's a real story it's a story of 2025. That's what it is. The color palette is all coordinated, which is perfect because it's all that beige dough, you know what I mean, color. And that is perfect, I think, because it's all very cohesive, very harmonious, gorgeous. My mom, she's got her finger on the pulse, you guys. I mean, year after year, she just nails it. And this year is no different. So she's teaching you a lot there about style, I think, in this photo. Okay, next up on my list is gonna be vinyl stickers. I love the permanency of the vinyl stickers because Lord knows they will strip your whole drywall if you ever tried to take them off. So if you ever get tired of saying, what is this, good morning, gorgeous? Which who wouldn't, like, why would you ever get tired of that? So that makes sense that you would want that as like a permanent display. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, you could put in a Billy bookshelf or something, but the built-ins are always gonna be more luxurious, right? So yes, sometimes it makes sense to have a piece of furniture, but sometimes it's really important, like a banquette, as opposed to just regular dining chairs or a dining bench, right? It's built in, it's like millwork's built in, like all that stuff really adds to your space to make it feel a lot more luxurious. There's a permanency to vinyl stickers and vinyl sayings that you can put on your wall that I think screams luxury. And I think that's what's happening here. And again, I think the key is to pick sayings that you'll never get tired of. So home, who doesn't get tired of that? Because you're at home. So it's never gonna change. It's not gonna become an office. It's not gonna become an Amazon fulfillment center. Like it is your home. And so it's important just to label it, and that's never gonna tire. So keep it permanent, keep it as you want it to be, and then just commit and just put those vinyl stickers right on there. You could put in a sign, but you know, which was super hot and trendy a couple of years ago and is still, let's be honest, timeless. But I think the vinyl sticker with the sayings is even better because you're just, again, it's like got that built-in feel that really feels luxurious. Okay, next up on my list, speaking of luxurious, it's gonna have to be marble peel and stick for your countertops. Who is buying natural stone anymore? I mean, it's a little too, well, it's expensive and it's a waste of your money. I'm just gonna call that as it is. It's a waste of your money. It doesn't really make sense anymore. There's so many amazing peel and stick options and they're, dare I say, better? Like, I was gonna say just as good, but that sells them short. Let's call it better. These marble peel and stick, it's like they're just giant stickers that you can just buy on Amazon and you can just get the same or even a better look and feel than you would from traditional stone. I love a peel and stick countertop. I think it's amazing. I think it is timeless because marble is timeless because it's a natural material, but you're getting all the benefits of having it for $8.99 a roll. And I think that is just makes it not only superior to marble, but also way more cost effective as well. I mean, some of these you can't tell, you know what I mean? Marble etches, but this will just peel. And then you just stick more stuff on, you know what I mean? Like worst case scenario, if marble's etching away over time or staining, ugh, who wants that? Like maybe if you're in Tuscany or something, but who wants to go to Tuscany? So instead you've got this, which is sort of the equivalent, but you know, once it starts flaking and once it starts peeling and once it starts, you know, rolling up on the sides and curling, you just take it off and just put it on again because it's so cheap that you're able to do it. It's such an accessible, easy, affordable upgrade. I just love it. Also, honorable mention, anyone that's putting epoxy and then just going in with a paintbrush. You know what I mean? Like there's all these DIYs on TikTok. It's like, oh, thank you, godsend. You can just go in there with a paintbrush and paint your own lines. And then you have the creativity to do what you want. Why let nature do it when you can just do it with a paintbrush? Do you know what I mean? And just some paint supplies that you bought from Michael's. It just makes sense. This is the hot trend. We're gonna see more and more of this in 2025 and beyond because it is absolutely timeless. I mean, look at this one with a gorgeous teal vanity. That looks completely like it belongs there and it's a gorgeous color that you'll never ever regret. I love this one. Next up on my list is Rhinestone Furniture, which my mom loves a rhinestone, which you obviously knew based on all I've said about her. So this is not shocking to anybody. And nothing says look at me quite like a rhinestone furniture piece. Oftentimes accompanied with mirror furniture, which I'm also gonna say is super back for 2025. And I just absolutely love that. I love that everything is shouting at you, which is just really fun when you're sitting there trying to relax in the evening. I just think like you're sitting there, you're on the couch and everything is just like screaming at you from it's just like, who just love a disco ball? It's just fun. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's serene if you turn the lights off. You know what I mean? Like it's really, really fun. I love all this silver. Oh my God. And she's got like this one here, she's got like an elk sort of in rhinestones or something, just sitting there on the coffee table with a string of lights that just cascading down her Chesterfield. That looks natural. Like that just looks like, you know, you would sit there watching Severance with a sash of lights. I mean, that sounds super, super fun. This is just such a timeless look, you guys. Like it is so beautiful and it just sparkles and it just shines and just metallics are so in and this is the way to do it. You know, you don't want to do something like, oh God, what could you do instead? I mean, you could do like unlacquered brass or like you could do like chrome or any of these materials that have been tried and tested for decades, or you can just super duper have fun with lots of rhinestones. This is also super DIY friendly and you all know that me plus a glue gun plus like a cricket machine or whatever it's called, like me, that's a match made in heaven. Like, you know, I love a DIY. I love it. You can just DIY here forever and a day and just have a really, really good time. And you can just add rhinestones to everything. Why not like drapery panels? Like, why not just put your drapes? Why not do that? Like, why not just really have fun? Your bedding, like, you know what I mean? There's so many things you can probably rhinestone, and that's the creativity that I think makes this one work. Okay, and then next up on my list has got to be Stanley Cups as decor, because the Stanley Cups trend, I think is like, just getting started. And I think that people are really having fun with using mugs as decor. Honorable mention, a Starbucks tumbler, preferably covered in rhinestones. That would probably be my preferred choice because again, you're just like double dipping on your trends, which is super fun. I just think like there's so much room to play with Stanley cups or tumblers or any of your weird quirky mugs that just say, hey, this girl's got a personality, and just like putting them on display. You don't want to just like, what if you spend so much money and so much time wrestling some woman at Target for, you know, the Valentine Stanley Cup collaboration piece, why would you just hide that behind just a closed door? Like, why would you do that, right? This is your opportunity to say, I'm the strongest woman at Target on February 14th, and that's why I won. It's like a medal, right? It's just like winning the WWE, whatever it is, that belt. Like, it just really feels like you won it. You know what I mean? So you want to display it and show that you are indeed a hulk of a person that took down a whole bunch of people for those Stanley mugs. I love this one. I think this is super fun. I think people are just really getting creative with the places they could put it. And I just think that's super fun. I mean, the traditional, if you want to play it safe, just get a Billy bookcase and just throw a bunch of mugs on there. And that's great. Or invest in a Stanley mug room. Like, that sounds like, you know, people have gift wrapping rooms. Why not have a Stanley mug room, right? Now, I think critics would say you only need one water bottle. And I think those people are just, they're haters and they just think too small. I think that you need so many, because what if you leave a mug somewhere and you need to have 17 others as backups in your car and under your pillow and in your office and in the trunk of your car and the back seat of your car. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many places that you can stick a mug. And so I think there's lots of different ways that you can have fun with these mugs and leave them in every area of your life. So you always make sure that you're hydrated. Worst case scenario, if you run out of mugs, you just rip one off the walls, right? So it's doubling not only as decor, but it's also like a neat storage solution for you to make sure that you can display just how hydrated you are. I think this is a super fun trend. I'm really excited. Get that glue gun out and start rhinestoning your Stanley mugs if you can't find the ones that have rhinestones already on them. Do they have a rhinestone Stanley? I feel like they should, because that would sell really well. God, this person also has some really lovely photos and all the things that I love that people are having fun with this trend. Let's keep this one going in 2025 and beyond. Okay, so that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. These are the hottest trend I've seen here on from April 1st, and I just cannot believe that these trends are so bleeding edge that I can't even stand it. So I will link here to my video from last year so you guys can take a look. This was a similar check-in this time last year, and go check out that video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.